You're live.
Hello and good morning. I am Mandy Leatherwood. I'm the Communications Director with the City of Las Cruces. Thank you for being here at this news conference today to talk about the May 8th officer-involved shooting. After the presentation, we will take questions from media and we will ask you to identify yourself and your organization. I will remind everyone that this is still an open investigation, so there may be some questions we are unable to answer, but we will answer what we can. At this time, I would like to introduce Police Chief Jeremy Story.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you to our media partners that are here today and for your patience and understanding concerning the delay of our news conference. For those who don't know what National Police Week is and why it was important for me to be there last week, let me give you a quick summary. Police Week in Washington, D.C. is a solemn tribute dedicated to honoring law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Held annually in May, it brings together officers, families, and supporters from across the country to remember those who gave their lives serving and protecting their communities. At its core, Police Week is not a celebration. It is about remembrance. It is a time to mourn our fallen heroes, stand with their loved ones, and reaffirm our commitment to never forgetting their sacrifices. The week includes memorial services, vigils, and the reading of the names that have been newly added to the National Law Enforcement Officer Memorial. This year, that included LSPD Officer Jonah Hernandez, who was murdered in the line of duty last year. All that is to say, thank you for your patience. We would not have delayed it unless it was necessary. My goal today, as always, is to paint the most accurate picture of what transpired on May 8th, 2025 at approximately 6:30 a.m. There are still things we do not know for certain, and there is a possibility that our understanding of this event will change as new evidence is processed. The information, images, audio, and video contained in this presentation may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. Start with the details. On May 8th, 2025 at approximately 6:30 a.m., a graveyard patrol officer was finishing their shift in the parking lot of 925 South Walnut. This is the picture of the driveway into that parking lot. It's important to note how steep the angle is into that parking lot. When you're on the street, which is Walnut, it's difficult to see inside the parking lot, and vice versa. If you're in the parking lot, it's difficult to see out to the street. Here's an aerial view of where that parking lot is located. You see it's on Walnut, right across from Lynn Middle School, which you see to the bottom left corner. The top left corner would be where Young Park is, and the officer was parked where the blue arrow icon is. While the officer is parked there finishing their shift, at the same time on South Walnut near the intersection with Sembrano, two teenagers are walking north on the sidewalk when a white sedan passes them. Based on witness statements from both sides, an argument between the two parties ensues because of how they looked at each other. During this argument, both parties are alleged to have brandished firearms. The parties separate and the white sedan drives away. The two teenagers see the vehicle waiting for them at the intersection of Nevada and Walnut. So the first interaction occurs down at the bottom of the screen near Sembrano and Walnut. They get into an argument over how they're looking at each other. Firearms are brandished, according to witnesses, by both sides. The vehicle drives off and the two teenage boys, two juveniles, continue walking north on Walnut. They go all the way to Loman, they do something there, and they're walking back south on Walnut when they see the vehicle waiting for them near the intersection with Nevada. I'm going to provide several clips or play several clips of witnesses and them telling their story of what happened from both sides. This subject is one of the juveniles, one of the teenage boys that was walking on Walnut and then encountered the white sedan.
5:40 when we woke up. Okay, we start walking. We're coming. As we're walking, literally when we're about passing, like right here, they pull up on us. Some random car, but at first they pull up on us and it was a female passenger, okay, a male driver, and there was 3 males total. And then they get out the car and they're like, well, they didn't get out the car at this time. They roll down the window and they're like, what, you looking for problems? No, this and that. And then I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, I'm not the type of person to look for problems. I'll try to make them better before I make them worse. So I'm just like, I don't even know you, sir. I don't even know you. And then, what's it called? He's like, well, you're looking at the car like you do know me. You're looking at the car like you do know me. I was like, I'm not even looking at the car like I know you. I don't even know you.
This is an interview from the other subject, the other teenage boy who was walking along Walnut and encountered the white sedan.
While we're walking over there, I'll say like halfway we're like by Lynn kind of. there's this white car that's passing us. It's a field like, I'll say at, yeah, it was three males and a female. They're all in the car and they're over there just, they're basically just trying to pick a fight with this. Like,
The white sedan had 4 people and it had 3 males and 1 female. 3 of those people were related to each other. This is a statement from the female that was inside the white sedan.
Driving and we see these 2 kids on the side of the road, which were those 2 boys. They start giving my brothers like dirty looks and like starting to like put their head up like kind of like, you know, it's gonna be a threat or whatever. So the boy has his backpack in the front and we can see like something hanging out. So the guy's kind of like waving his hands like threatening, or not threatening my brothers, but like giving them like what's up and all that, like what are you doing, what are you staring and all that. So we pass by and we're like, we're gonna leave them alone, like what are they doing?
And this is an interview with the subject who was also inside the white sedan.
And then there was two younger boys our age walking on the sidewalk, and I guess they kind of like were just staring at us, and my cousin, like the way he kind of reacts to that kind of stuff, like he gets, I guess, like, or he just, because he does like MMA and boxing and all that, so I guess kind of like, I don't know, just gets to his head or something, so he just, somebody staring at him or anything like that, he wants to go like, I guess, ask him like, what are you looking at, something like that. He's just, I guess, that type of person. So all that happened, and then I was like, he was telling me to turn around to go like back over there, and I was like, I mean, we could, but like I don't think it's a good idea. It's time to go home. It's already very early. And then he kind of started like yelling at me a little bit. And, so I was like, okay. So we turned back around, and then as soon as I like kind of like pulled up beside them, the kids they're kind of like arguing for a little bit, and then the boys started like walking away, but they were still like arguing. I was just in the car, me and my sister.
2 people, one of whom is Josiah Peralt, exit the white sedan and begin chasing the 2 people who were walking along Walnut Street. Josiah Peralt is seen with a gun in his hand when he exits the vehicle and begins chasing the 2 teenagers. The fleeing subjects turn into the parking lot of 925 South Walnut, which is where the officer is parked, with Josiah Peralt chasing them up that steep incline driveway. The 2 being chased are cornered by tall fences. That entire parking lot is surrounded by fencing, and they end up in the corner of the parking lot near some bushes. This is again one of the subjects who was walking along Walnut that then ran into the parking lot.
And leave us alone. We go. We're coming back. As we're coming back, we see that white car parked like on the street after this one, just there waiting. And I'm like, bro, they're waiting for us or something. He's like, no, don't even tell me that. Don't even tell me that. And then all of a sudden, both of them, kid in the blue and then someone else had like, it was like a lighter color shirt. And the kid in the blue starts chasing us with the gun in his hand. And that's when he starts running with the gun in his hand. So he runs with the gun in his hand. I think the other kid probably had a firearm in his hand too, but I couldn't really pay attention because it was just like, I looked real quick. Once I saw the first kid with the gun, I'm just running for my life.
Again, this is the female that was inside the white sedan.
What made them get out and go after? If you guys thought those kids were armed, like tell like
Yeah.
what was said,
Honestly,
you know?
I think it was more like my cousin got like pissed off, Josiah pissed off, and it's just like he lost it, I guess, and I didn't know he had a gun on him, and same with my brother saying like we didn't know that he had that weapon on him, and so whenever he got pissed off and got out of the car, he ended up having that gun, and of course they had a gun too, and I mean, I don't know, I think he just got angry and...
Again, this is an interview with another male subject related to Josiah who was in the white sedan.
And, so I was like, okay, so we turned back around, and then as soon as I like kind of like pulled up beside them, the kids they're kind of like arguing for a little bit, and then the boys started like walking away, but they were still like arguing. I was just in the car, me and my sister, and then as soon as all that, it just kind of went like crazy, and the two boys started running, and then my cousin and my friend, they started running after them.
One of the subjects who was being chased was also armed with a firearm. Gunfire erupts right in front of the police vehicle, and I'll show you kind of a diagram of how it ended up. One of the subjects being chased was struck by gunfire believed to have come from Mr. Peralt. The officer intervened, discharging their service weapon, and Mr. Peralt was struck at least once by gunfire. The officer's body-worn camera is activated immediately after the shooting occurs. It's a diagram of the parking lot of 925 South Walnut. As they run into the parking lot, they go up the steep driveway and they run to the corner, which is fenced in near those bushes and trees. The orange arrow is where the two teenagers that were originally walking ended up. The red arrow is where approximately where Mr. Peralt ended up when the gunfire began. The officer is parked, where the blue shape is, and exits his vehicle and intervenes with what he sees in front of him. This is the body-worn camera that begins immediately after the shooting occurs.
Keep your hands where I can see them. 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 Stop moving. I got one suspect down. He's wearing a blue shirt. Break. He's chasing two other individuals who ran up here. Break. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Keep your hands where I can see them.
It's not the same car. It's a white car.
Okay. Get over there.
White car. It wasn't that car. You saw us get chased.
You stay over there. You stay over there. Get on the street. Just got a blue Charger that just pulled up. No. I'm gonna need you to back out. I need you to get out right now. I need you to get out. Keep your hands where I can see them, both of you guys. Did you guys get shot? Did you get hit? All right. Do you guys have any weapons? Don't reach for them. All right. Stay right there. Stay right there. I'm not sure. Just pulled out. The two individuals I have here, they're saying that it's not related. I guess she was a witness. Stay right there.
You got units coming up from Bruce. Where do you go?
Just block off Walnut. All right, give me a second. He's down. Okay, relax. I guess from Young's Park, and then whatever street is south from the Bain Center. Stay right there, okay? Are you guys hurt? You guys sound fine. Look, they're coming right now, okay? My partners are coming right now. You cut off. Say again.
You need fire in 55?
Staging right now. I'm not sure what the situation was before they came up here. I'm facing westbound. As soon as you guys come up, my suspect that's down, he's going to be facing south. Stop reaching for stuff, bro. Just keep your hands where I can see them, okay? First unit coming up, stop right there up that hill.
Where do you need the rest of
Yeah. Stand by. I got two over here. Keep your hands right there. He's down, he hasn't moved. Yeah. You got a shield? Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep your hands where I can see them. If you guys want to come up with me over here with these guys. Yeah. One by one, start coming out to us. Yeah. They're coming to us. Come this way. Come this way.
Mr. Peralta is described as having a black handgun with a peanut butter colored magazine by one of the witnesses. Witness stated Mr. Peralta pointed the firearm at one of the fleeing subjects before the exchange of gunfire. And a family member of Mr. Peralta describes him pointing the firearm at the officer as he intervened. This is an interview again from one of the subjects that ran into the parking lot that was being chased.
So you saw him pointing
The gun at me.
what the gun looked like?
It was, I don't know. He had it was like, the first time I saw it, it was like black, and then he had like a peanut butter clip or whatever.
So like a brown extended clip?
Yeah, some shit like that.
And he had it pointed at you?
Yeah, he got up to like
One hand, two hand?
Yeah, 2 hands.
So you thought he was gonna shoot you?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna shoot me. He was telling me to come here.
Again, this is an interview from a family member of Mr. Peralta who originally was in the vehicle.
Can only imagine that this happening in front of your eyes very fast. Do you happen to see if anybody was struck or hit or just any blood?
No, I didn't, but I did see the kid in the gray. I did see like dirt fly up, and then as soon as I was about to go down, I think he was like by a bush or something, and kind of looked like he was about to fall. And then I think like, well, he was about to I don't think he fell or anything, maybe, but I don't know. But it kind of looked like that, and I seen like dirt fly up, and then as soon as I seen that, I looked over to the cop, and then I think my cousin Josiah kind of like started pointing the gun that way.
Towards the officer?
Yeah, like in that time, whenever I took a quick look, you know. But that's, I guess, all else I gotta say about that.
Life-saving measures were performed by arriving officers as well as fire and EMS personnel. Fortunately, Mr. Peralta was pronounced deceased at the scene. A picture of the firearm and magazine that were recovered from Mr. Peralta. Some previous involvements. Mr. Peralta just turned 18 this month. He was a passenger in a vehicle that fled from the Sheriff's Department in April 2024. The driver of that vehicle, who was charged, was also present for this case. Mr. Peralta was also charged with aggravated fleeing and evading an officer in May 2024. He was at Mayfield High School. The principal had information that he had a firearm. When the officer and administrator confronted him, he fled in a vehicle from officers. He was also the driver of a vehicle believed to have been used in a drive-by shooting. There was a traffic stop immediately after that drive-by, and 2 firearms were recovered from the vehicle, one of which was reported stolen. That was in March of 2025. Just a quick refresher on the officer-involved incident task force. It's comprised of investigators from the New Mexico State Police, Doña County Sheriff's Office, the Las Cruces Police Department, and the New Mexico State University Police Department. The task force acts as fact finders only. They gather all the evidence, they process the evidence, and they present the completed case to the 3rd Judicial District Attorney's Office for a decision. At this time, I'll take questions. Again, there's a lot of information that we're not certain of. We want to do our best to not make assumptions, but we will answer anything that we can answer.
Okay, I'll if you'll put your hand up, I'll come to you and ask you to identify yourself and your media organization. I'm gonna start here.
Kevin Palomino with Telemundo. Chief, thank you so much for organizing this. We heard from multiple people say that there was after the gunshots, there was sort of like a motor or car speeding away. Was that the blue Charger that showed up later? Can you identify that?
No, as far as I know, we don't have any information about a vehicle directly involved speeding away, but yeah. Well, Lieutenant Bradley, I don't know if he has any additional information.
Yes, sir. So one of the vehicles that was reported as driving away is going to be the white sedan that we have involved. We've already found that vehicle and processed it. And then what you heard in the video would be that Dodge Charger. It's actually not speeding away, but it is a high-performance variant, so it does have a very loud exhaust.
Algernon DeMassa from the Albuquerque Journal. Thank you, Chief, for today. The body-worn camera engages after the shooting takes place. And I'm wondering, are these cameras engaged manually only, and was the timing with which the camera activated due to the speed of events?
Yes, so the camera is activated manually. I'll answer your question with a question, but imagine you're sitting there completing paperwork, getting ready for the end of your shift, and two people run in front of your car and then gunfire erupts. So it's understandable that the first instinct is not to manually activate the camera. And that's what happened in this case.
Chief Story, Johnny Coker from KRWG Public Media. So just to clarify the sequence of events, there wasn't a call that came in about this. The officer was just like basically a witness to the event, correct?
Yes, to clarify, the officer was sitting in the parking lot. He sees two, what he describes as kids, run through the parking lot, sees a third subject chasing them with a firearm in his hand, and then that person there's gunfire and starts shooting at the two people that he saw him chasing, and that's what he witnesses.
Christian Andrade with KFOX 14 and CBS 4, and we just want to know how many officer-involved shootings are we at this year now at this point, and how does that compare with other years?
I believe we're at 2 for the year. Last year we also had 2. We had 1 within the city limits and 1 on a critical incident in Alamogordo from one of our SWAT officers.
So, Chief, this happened just, feet meters away from Young Park, which was where the last shooting was at. And then a lot of people in this neighborhood have said that this is normal. Hearing gunshots in this neighborhood is normal. Are there any measures being implemented to sort of secure this area? Is this like a concern for the police department?
Well, there are, and that's a more complicated question, but we have a lot of infrastructure that's being installed for our real-time crime center, and a lot of that is going in this area. But ultimately, this is another example of our young teenage boys, losing them for senseless acts, meaningless acts. And I think that's a deeper problem that we need to address.
Chief Miguel Paredes, KTSM. Real quick, is the aggressor, the 18-year-old, the only suspect in this incident, or are there going to be any other suspects, any other charges, anything like that?
There could be additional charges. As I mentioned, one of the juveniles also had a firearm. Obviously, a thorough investigation, but there is the possibility that there's charges as well.
So this question's more for Kevin Palomino with Telemundo again, for maybe the mayor or the city manager, if you guys are able to answer. But you just mentioned that this is kind of like a deeper issue, teenage violence. Is there a concern, or what's being done to prevent teenagers from getting access to fire guns or firearms in the city?
I'll just say quickly, there's a number of things that probably need to be done, but a lot of these firearms are being obtained by stealing them, and oftentimes they're coming from vehicles where they're being left in vehicles and the vehicle is unlocked. And so we need to do a better job of securing our firearms so that the kids aren't stealing them, which again is a deeper problem that they're even stealing them in the first place. But okay.
Is there currently any being done? Let's say you own a firearm and someone steals it from your car. Would you be punished for that, or is there anything in place for that?
No, you would not be punished. There's a delicate balance between victimizing the victim and encouraging responsibility. And I'm not sure exact what the right answer is, but we have to do better than we're doing now.
Chief Story, I was wondering, just for clarification, with the altercation between the two groups in the car and the kids on the sidewalk, do we have a list of like the names or the ages of everyone involved? Is that going to be a part of any of the press releases or information you have?
So all of them are juveniles. All of them are either witnesses or victims or both. And so in accordance with IPRA, there's likely going to be some protection there, but every single person was 19 or below. So they're all teenagers.
All right, last call for questions. One more.
Real quick, the clips that were shown during the press conference, are those going to be available for us for media after the presser?
Yes, according to Ms. Gus, yes.
I'm happy to answer that one. All of this will be available on both the city's YouTube and the police department's Facebook page. And so that was actually my last comment. So I think with that, we can end the news conference. Chief?
Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.